Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
Smile Design Studios. Smile Design Studios, family and cosmetic dentistry, offers numerous treatments meant to maintain, heal, and customize your smile. Call us today at 281-969-7388 or visit our website at www.sdshouston.com.
Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
What up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of That Boom Bap. I'm your host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Now, look, I done told y'all, we're going to tell you again, you can find me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snappity, Churton, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z. And, of course, I'm sitting here with my main man, Reem.
What up?
Reem.
What up?
What's goody, B?
Seems like I've been gone forever.
Is that how I feel, man?
Kinda.
Nah, I understand that.
Feels like that after about a week.
That's all right, man. You looking refreshed, though.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. And I'm going to have you switch that over in a second. We're going to get you popping. But
yeah,
we've got someone excellent in the building today.
Our soul brother.
We've got someone that can hold down the forts
All the
in
time.
any way, shape, or form, or fashion. We've got someone that understands the dichotomy of music and understands the intricacies and has shown that he can interview with the best of him. If you say Sway Calloway, you got to say this man's name.
Right.
When you say Funk Flex, you've got to say this man's name.
Right.
You know, when you're talking about some of the best in the city of Houston, let alone this nation, you've got to speak this man's name when it comes to the remedy and interviewing some of the best artists from this side
And he hits him
of
with
the
the
Dixie
voice.
line.
And he hits him with the voice. I realize how the voice changed.
He hits him with the voice each and every time. That's none other than Mista Goodbar.
Himself,
What it do,
man.
my G?
I got to issue a reminder right quick, fellas.
Uh-oh.
Because we got to keep it on a serious tip, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, on
sure.
some real stuff, because I know we all kind of see things the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's 2018. You know, we're in the midst of another black renaissance. You know what I'm saying? I'm surrounded by black excellence right
Appreciate
here.
it.
We
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that.
We're working on it.
And, you know, I got 404 mil opening week on my chest right now.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? So
Talk about it.
Salute.
I know, we're gonna close out Black History Month on an excellent note. You know what I mean? So
We
I
ain't gonna
feel
let Black China drag us down.
we're not gonna do that.
We ain't gonna let her do that.
And I got to speak on it to that degree. I'm glad you went there.
Nah, for real.
You know, not her specifically, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of buffoonery that I'm seeing. You know, in this world, and and on my timeline, I'm going through my various timelines, and I get irritated when I see, on one hand, we have so much black excellence going on, and then I'm seeing a whole lot of buffoonery being done under the flag of my culture, hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So
Whoa.
I feel like
It just got
Speak
we
real.
on
gotta
it.
we gotta
Speak on it.
talk
Hold on,
about
you put
that.
that down.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we have to issue a reminder to those of us who were raised by those who were cut from the original cloth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And their responsibilities that they, passed on to us now that we are, I'm gonna say it, the elder statesman of this thing. You know what I'm saying? This culture. We are the we're
That's your
holding
flag.
it. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it. When you get there, you gotta hold it too. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Don't rush me though.
Nah, take your time, brother. Take your time, please. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, I'm seeing buffoons and clowns. They slap boxing at the airport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I seen that.
That's on federal
that was
ground.
for the gram.
You know what I'm saying? And ain't no catch up, ain't no nothing. They slap. They walking off. They ain't dusty. You know what I'm saying? What we doing it for? And who's filming?
Look like
this?
they wild
Hugging, right?
Pretty much.
And I feel like, for all of us elder statesmen of this culture, I think it's time for us to remind each other that sometimes it's okay to to play the OG and pull cats to the side like, yo, y'all are doing it very wrong under this flag of this culture we love.
Talk about
and you
it.
have a responsibility if you're on the forefront, even if it's not things that we agree with musically, because there's a lot that I don't.
Yeah.
But go do that and further the culture without acting like buffoons.
See, the other problem to that, and it goes a little deeper than just our culture. You ain't got the OG in the hood anymore.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wanna be a boss, and nobody wants to follow a leader anymore. It's crazy. So I see it as being a bigger problem, not just within the game. The game right now is it's just wild. It's just crazy, man. And luckily for me, and that's what we bring to the table as our brand and what we do. We're lucky enough to continue keeping our ear to the street and listening for the quality, not just the quantity.
Exactly.
And that's why we do what we do. But I agree with you 100%. And on top of that, like we're part of media, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's the media that gives these kids a light to look stupid in anyway.
Real rap.
And then they do numbers for views. Like I think a lot of that should be for views.
Agreed.
They probably got up, dapped up and laughed into the motherfucking airport.
I
You know what I'm
believe that's
saying?
exactly
Like
what happened.
it is what it is.
And my thing is, I don't recall ever, and you guys tell me, I don't recall our OGs asking for permission to be those OGs to us. They just saw something, they saw a need, and they saw that they cared, and they just stepped in. They didn't need our permission to say, hey, yo, you doing this real wrong. Come here, let me holler at you. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to, and I think we got to a point where we were, well, they're not going to listen. I don't care if they ain't going to listen. They're going to hear it. They may not listen right now, but they're going to hear it. And sooner or later, it's going to snap. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? My name is Mista Goodbar, a.k.a. Mblaku of the Jabari tribe, a.k.a. 1/3 of Paid in Full Friday, every second Friday here in Houston. You know what I'm saying? And we in here, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Thank you guys for having me again.
Man, thank you for coming through, dog, for
always
real.
love.
And then, you share your house with us, so it's only right that we invite you back to ours.
Appreciate that,
Speak
man.
about
Thank
it.
you, man.
So
And thank y'all
you
for
know how we
blessing my
doing that,
spot,
man.
too, for real.
I feel like me and all my friends is changing the musical landscape out here. Shout out to B Terry Beats. I see you on Facebook. Shout out to you.
Big shout. big
Juniors,
shout,
what
man.
up? I see you.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
our peoples, man. Appreciate y'all. So let's jump into a couple of things that I'm excited about. Straight up and down, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I do have a flag to wave right about now.
Let's go.
It's for the West Coast.
Yes, sir.
Because the West Coast is running the motherfucking game right now. In
Real
hip-hop.
rap.
Like heavy,
Real rap.
heavy. Everything that's dropped out of California right now has been hot.
Yes.
YG got a joint right now that's real hot. What's my man Victory Lap is his album?
Last time that I checked, Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle is burning up right now, man.
Yes,
Like he
sir.
is all over the place. His PR game is real mean right now.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Planet Asia. Golden Buddha is a motherfucking dope ass album. If y'all haven't heard it by now, make sure y'all jump on that. Album we're reviewing today is out of the West Coast.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
The weatherman is back.
So just about everything that's popping right now, as far as some real hip hop boom bap shit, and I've been checking, shout out to Denmark Vesey, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
he got a new
absolutely.
single that's out right now. Shout out to him and his whole label. Czarface got a new joint out with Doom. They doing an album together. So hold on, matter of fact, let me jump into that real quick. Albums to look out for, right? De La Soul got an album that they're working on, produced entirely by Pete Rock and DJ Premier.
Pause right there for a second. Let's talk about the importance of an album at that caliber, right?
Yes, sir.
I had to dive in. Let me put the marketing down and let's have a goddamn conversation.
You
like
saw
that?
the break like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So because for a lot of cats that don't know, they don't understand the importance of having De La Soul drop another album, right? They didn't understand it when They didn't understand how Q-Tip felt for being snubbed at the Grammys.
Wait, before you go any
You see what
further,
I'm
let's
saying?
make sure that
Get
we
off my
also
lawn.
remind them that De La Soul had a #1 album. Their last album,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what they wait like something stupid, like 18 years to drop another album.
Yeah,
something-
you're
it was
right.
heavy.
#1.
It was
Yeah,
a heavy
100%.
ass-
And it was Kickstarter funded.
Yeah.
Talk about it. So you said Pete Rock,
Yeah.
entire production, right?
Yeah.
We've talked how many countless
He
conversations.
just came off of the joint with
Come on,
dude from Harlem.
come on. Countless
Smoke
conversations.
this.
Yeah, Smoke this.
Yeah,
Don't
and
smoke
which
rock.
was phenomenal. What was it? 2017 or 2016?
16.
And I believe you
2016.
gentlemen reviewed that.
Yeah, we
as well.
did,
Yes,
and
sir.
I think it got top
100%.
5. We were,
Yeah.
matter of fact, we had
Yes, we
arguments
did.
about where to actually place that within our top 5.
Right.
So I say that to say this for those that are tuned in right now. You're watching this shit live on the couch. You're kicking back or you're in traffic, listening to this shit. Are you not ready for Pete to bless something at the level of a De La Soul? Are you not ready to have this nostalgic feel again from a hip hop perspective?
And wait, and just to remind you,
Talk
we
about
got a taste of it on De La Soul's album.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the name of the track?
Ah, shit.
I don't-
Intern.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Help.
Intern, pull that shit up. No, but
But he's
I wanna
on
put a
there.
pin
They
in
made a
that.
video for it.
Yeah.
Y'all go do your homework. We know about it. If y'all don't, then go find it.
I wanted to put a pin right there because I think it's important, man. I think this Renaissance period that we're in media, as you
Yeah.
open talking about Black Panther,
Yes,
and
sir.
the importance of having the older heads spearhead or lead us through certain times and eras. Here's an opportunity.
And this is the perfect time for it, man. I mean, I think this is probably
It can be
the most
appreciated.
open-minded time period,
Mm-hmm,
not only for our culture and our people, just everybody in general. It's way more open-minded right now. So this is the perfect time to knock that ageism, that ageism stigma that had been on a lot of hip hop acts off.
You know, it's a beautiful thing that you said that. I really appreciate that because that goes into my next thing, which is Black Star confirmed.
Oh my God, bro!
They confirmed.
Listen,
Yasin Bey himself, the problem of the group,
the
confirmed
problem, yes,
that they are doing another Black Star album due out by the end of the year.
yo.
Why not?
When I saw the posting, shout out to Grandfather Clock. I saw him post it, and I hit him like, yo, I refuse to believe this. Who said this? Mos Def? I'm off of this. I can't believe it because I just can't.
I know he's the dude that cancels his shows at the last minute. I know he's the dude that you
Yeah.
expecting to rhyme and he comes out singing to you instead.
Yeah.
And you feel some kind of way. Sometimes he dressed like Michael Jackson, but we love him anyway.
100%. I don't think my
I
tender
think we
hip
gonna
hop
have
heart
it.
can take another disappointment.
I was disappointed when they released it. They did 3 joints based off of Aretha Franklin. Like they had an album cover with her on the piano, all of that, and they did like a good 3 joints. And I was like, yo, they're doing it. Like
Right.
it's happening.
Yeah, and I think it's produced by Madlib, bro.
Yeah, this one
Listen,
coming. Yeah,
man.
but so were those tracks too. So
Yeah.
I think now it's just, maybe they go in, they do a couple of things, and now they just put it out. Because by now, from when those songs were released to
Right.
now, come on, man, you gotta have enough material.
Listen, man, I'm super excited. I'm trying not to get too excited. The De La and the Black Star Renaissance,
Come on.
like,
What a time to be alive.
Then there's more Madlib coming because he got the joint with Freddie Gibbs coming.
oh my God,
Called
I love
Bandana.
I love those guys together.
If y'all haven't peep game already, I'm letting y'all know what further to expect. Because there's enough heat right now in the street where you're good for the quarter, and there's still more joints coming.
Absolutely.
Speaking of that, Rock Marciano with Rosebud's Revenge 2, The Bitter Dose, spoke on Czarface. Prime is coming.
Prime 2.
Videos
on.
out. We did the track of the week with
Come on,
them
man.
and Dave East era.
Come on.
Very dope, man.
Come
Very dope.
on,
Shout out to
man.
Ant
I don't
Man.
even
He's
have to
one of
say
the
shit
producers
else.
on there. That's working on it.
And these dudes listening to all this trash right now with all of this quality
right, like
coming out.
how are these dudes getting any burn?
We
Like,
got
I don't
some-
understand.
We got some real Whole Foods hip hop on its way out, and y'all eating bum Taco Bell hip hop, man.
That's some
on.
bullshit.
30? Okay. Yeah. So we got like 30 seconds before we got to pay a bill, so I'm just going to go ahead and pay the bill. So the portion of the show is sponsored by Smile Design Studios. Come on, there we go. Flashing now. Smile Design Studios Family and Cosmetic Dentistry offers numerous treatments meant to maintain, heal, and customize your smile. If you're not sure what you need, don't worry. Dr. Ellis and her team are happy to meet with you to go over your patient history and goals and offer you professional recommendations. Let Smile Design Studios make you smile. Call today at 281-969-7388 or check out their website at www.sdshouston.com. To schedule your appointment today, all new patients receive a free gift and $50 off your first dental treatment. Smile Design Studios look forward to providing excellent care for you and your family.
There it is. Shout out to those tuned in on Facebook. We see y'all, man. Mike Thurman say King Los, and obviously he's talking about that takeover.
That's Chi-Town.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
he's
saying?
dope, man.
Bridget, what's up? Appreciate you. Aisha, appreciate you tuning in. Joy. Just people just hopping in on Facebook, just showing the love. Make sure y'all sharing the show out and stuff like that, man. I didn't know which direction I was going to go because I'm trying not to cut it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting over here with the Facebook card like, I don't want to cut this shit, but we might have to. So I'm going to give y'all just a little bit more, man. We're going to keep this rolling. So
another quick
go ahead.
Quick one I want to drop real quick is Dumbo Genesis. You know that's our dude.
Bruh. So are you going to what is it? Begins with a C. Corolla?
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 Coachella?
Corolla. Domo Genesis dropped the album last year called Corolla.
Nah, I'm talking about Aren't You Glad You're You?
But he dropped the album that we missed last year called Corolla. Red Corolla or some shit. I've been listening to it like all this week.
Yeah.
And I was like, where the fuck did this album come from? How did we miss this? Did you hear anything about Domo Genesis album last year?
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the type of things that you learn when you tune into That Boom Bap. Because I just learned something today. I did not realize this gentleman dropped a project on us on the low.
He dropped a project on us.
I will be pulling
Red
this up.
Corolla. It came out last year.
Wow.
So just hop on YouTube for it then?
No, shit. I Google Play Music.
Let's go.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I've given a few spins. I'm still sitting with it. It's not his first one, but it never is.
I think I was still stuck on the project he did with Alchemist.
Okay.
And I hadn't really shaken it.
Wait,
and then
what project? Who did with who?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the type of information that you get from That Boom Bap when you tune in.
So great.
Wait,
Damo
great.
Damo has a album called Genesis that's totally produced by The Alchemist.
I didn't know the Alchemist did that whole. I know
the
Genesis.
entire project.
This is the album.
That's
I got
the
up.
album.
Wait.
I didn't know Alchemist did the whole
The
thing.
entire. Correct me if I'm wrong out there in the
We'll
world,
double-check.
but I do believe he has a project completely produced by The
You
Alchemist.
see my play numbers on this.
Yeah, you've been playing a lot of it.
I played this album.
Yeah, guys on Facebook, tell me if I'm wrong,
real.
but I do believe that this album is produced all by
Yeah.
Alchemist.
There it is. We'll
Yeah.
look that shit up and see what's up. But such a great artist, man. So diverse.
100%.
So diverse in what he can bring to the table.
Absolutely.
Wait, nah, we reviewed
We
Yeah,
touched
did.
that. We touched
did.
that one,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
Don't
we
tell
did.
me this whole thing was produced by Alchemist. I never knew it.
I
Let me make
didn't know,
sure.
and
Let
I'm
me
looking at it right now,
like
and this is one of those things we're gonna do live mid-show on that ass. We're gonna take a look, and there's Genesis 2016
Nah.
Was it
track
Genesis?
listing producers.
Got Mike Keys, Shaw Money
Okay,
XL
so that
was
might
on
not
one.
be. He does have a project.
We just got to figure out what it is.
Okay.
But
I want to make sure I'm
yeah,
informing
that's what's
people
up.
properly.
I'm gonna give him that.
but still, I mean, it's just that's a great conversation to then take a look at. But yeah, so great artist.
Yeah.
You were saying new album coming out.
Yeah. Well, no, it's out.
It's
It's on
already-
YouTube.
Why did he drop it just on YouTube?
I don't know.
Damo, what's going on with you, man?
I
You ain't
don't know.
letting the boys know
Cause see,
you
here's
got
the thing.
joint
Like,
out?
I'm gonna
what's
keep
up?
it real. I don't rock with Apple, right?
Yeah.
And I don't rock with any other streaming services. I rock with Tidal. So if it's not, actually, I fuck with Spotify too.
Aren't
So
you
if
glad
it's not on those
you're
two, I'm
you?
good.
8 tracks. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
like an EP. I see
Yeah.
it. Okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna have to listen. So you got a track with Fonte.
Oh, you got my attention.
Yeah, and evidence. So yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to it. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So
That just went left. Like
nah.
damn, bro. You know, everybody made a diversion. We had to pivot on that.
Yeah, everybody had to breathe.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine.
Sure.
Right. He asked me a really good question. We always talk about the most underrated rappers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the most underrated rappers that immediately pop in my head is like AZ. You know,
100%,
AZ
absolutely.
is one of the best rappers I've ever heard before in my life. I've lived long enough to say that now.
Absolutely.
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And looking back, I'd be like, damn, man, like how didn't he get the commercial
Accolades.
success and the accolades like Nas did? You
Exactly.
know, and when they came out the gate together. But, you know, those who appreciate real hip hop, he's definitely one of the first 5 to 6 names to come up in that conversation.
Right.
But we wanted to kind of shift gears and be like, you know what, man, they had their time. Who do we consider now to be the most underrated rappers from like the last 10 years? So we thinking from 2008 to 18.
Absol. That's my first. You see how quick I said it, right?
Yeah.
I've been screaming Absol
Absol's fire.
about 5 or 6 years.
And you think he's one of the most underrated?
Absolutely. I don't think that he gets the acclaim that he deserves. I do believe his production could be a reason for that. It's not always the most stellar. However, when it comes to bars, if you ask other MCs, they don't want to really rap with him.
You know, speaking of Ab, man, shout out to my homie Taraji. I see you, bro. That's my
What up,
brother.
T?
Speaking of that, you know, he snapped a little, you know, put a little fire under whatchamacallit, Jay Electronica.
Yeah, he's on it. He's been on him ever
Yeah.
since the whole Kendrick thing.
And Jay hasn't said nothing back, and I was actually a little surprised at that. Now that we're talking about it, it's been quite a while.
Absol is a battle rapper. That's how we kind of came into the game.
Yeah.
The story is, and I hope I'm telling it right, that the whole TDE conglomerate, when they first started, J-Rock, Kendrick, Absol, Schoolboy, their wrestling ring, their practice was going at each other, and they just battle consistently, and that's just where he comes from. So, you know, that it's nothing. You want what? Okay, we can do this. That's how he moves. That's the type of MC he is. To the point that when TDE was first kind of growing, they all had 4 separate crowds, and I was part of the Absol crowd and the Kendrick crowd early. And I've maintained, you know, in listening to his projects, I don't think that, like I stated earlier, his production value doesn't match Schoolboy's or Kendrick's. But we can't talk about these bars and say he's slipping. His bars have always been stellar.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw Planet Asia out there.
I like that. Yes.
Everything that first of all, he's one of the hardest working MCs out there. You know, number one, because he drops so much material, and it's not always, you know, released on a retail level. You know, sometimes he throws out mixtapes. He'll put something on Bandcamp that you got to go look for. But everything that he's put out, from Golden Buddha going all the way back, it's been really, really dope. His bars is always tight. He always got a message. Like, he is true essence hip hop MC.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And, you know, he represents 5%ers. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a message in his bars, and he always go hard. And then, you know, he got his crew behind him, the whole Gold Chain movement. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tri-State. Like, those dudes can rap. Like, they can really rap. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I definitely got to throw him out there.
So, over to me.
Yes, sir.
I feel like I'm cheating a little bit. Facebook Livers hop in and tell me, but one of the MCs when I hear underrated and I think hip hop, I'm always driven to Lupe Fiasco.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
And obviously he's had the acclaim, like a roller coaster, so to speak. Like, he's been up some years, obviously, when he first came out, and then he kind of, you know, just kind of died down from a commercial perspective. But not that there aren't other great lyrical rappers, MCs, hip hop heads, backpackers, but I don't know a hip hop artist that that can say, I want to go up against a Lupe Fiasco.
I agree.
The dude is fucking phenomenal when it comes to lyricisms. The last time I heard him was on Sway in the Morning. They had, get this, they had our hometown hero, none other than the experience himself, or the experiment, himself, Robert Glasper.
Oh, wow.
Do a session on Sway in the Morning.
Wow.
Lupe showed up, Fred the Godson showed up, and a bunch of other cats. Oswin Benjamin, who's this fire cat, make sure y'all check this boy Oswin Benjamin out, showed up. Bunch of other cats showed up. Lupe freestyled and destroyed this goddamn mic.
Wow.
And he did the same on the Five Fingers of Death. He's done the same album after album. Tetsu and Youth was his last one that didn't really do well because it was so artistic and so out of the normal constraints of hip hop, which by definition is hip hop, so it should be out of the normal constraints of whatever, that a lot of people miss his bars because of production choices, because of other things, hit or misses when it comes to commercial success, because of issues with his label and things that he has to deal with. People forget how talented this man really is. He's an artist.
I really kind of, the one thing I wish was different about Lupe was that the experience of his genius as an MC is not set to be one of those that you have to go back and get. I wish it was something that people could appreciate in the now.
Yeah.
You know, but I do also realize that sometimes there are some artists that people won't get until later, you know, or until some time has passed, and it's like, well, what about that guy? And then you go back and it's like, how did I miss how dope he was?
Yeah.
You know, I kind of hate that he's kind of gotten into that lane, but at the same time, that slow boogie might be beneficial for him, you know, on his resurgence. You know what I mean? So, and I totally agree with you. Boys don't want to rap with Lupe. They don't want to rap with Lupe.
Definitely not. Because I remember when when Most was like, well, at the time he was Most Def. It was Yasin Bey. He was online talking about, yo, I'll battle anybody. I'll battle anybody. And Lupe was like, yo, what up?
Yeah.
At the time, Most was like, nah, man, we need more unity.
Real
stick together, bro.
Rap, man. And the boy Mike Thurman on Facebook.
I was just getting ready, man. I was waiting for the lane to open up so I could move through.
Lloyd Banks.
Shout out to my fan, man. I agree with you 100%. Lloyd Banks. Yo, real talk. Damn it. I'm doing it again.
What up, Miko? I see you.
Shit,
Hey, what up? We see you watching. Appreciate
real
you, Dave.
talk. When Gene Unit got strong,
Yeah.
you know, not when they were really popping in the street, but when they
This
got
is
strong.
pre-game or post-game?
This is pre-game,
Okay.
right? Everybody knew 50 was that dude. Real talk. Everybody knew that 50 was that dude. But everybody started to gravitate more toward Lloyd Banks once they started really listening to what he was saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, you know, after really in a hot minute, he got the title of being the punchline king because his bars was so dope, but his punchlines was crazy, man. And a lot of people was waiting for Banks to drop. I mean, like, at any moment now, I'll catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they were waiting on Banks to drop. Banks was hot. The first album, I thought it was okay. I think a lot of us got really hyped up because of what he was doing on the mixtapes.
Right.
And a lot of that mixtape Lloyd Banks wasn't there. It was like, this was album ready Banks, not mixtape Banks. You know? And that's what we wanted.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like when he dropped We On Fire, we was like, all right, that's cool. You need something for the club. It was almost like he was following the 50 formula at that point. Because, you know, by the time he was ready to drop, I think Fifth already was on his second album.
Right.
Get ready to go into his third that summer?
It was the second because I think they did the G Unit album before they did Banks album. Yeah, so you're right.
So, yo, the market was open. Everybody was waiting on Banks, especially after they did that Posse record because he showed his ass on that record.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I definitely got to agree with my man Mike that,
yeah, man.
you know, he's definitely underrated. But at the same time, I think he might have did it to himself as far as, you know, not keeping the consistency as far as putting out material.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, let's just be real. Like, he fell back.
And
you know what I'm saying?
that was
However
his
he was
choice.
getting money, he was getting it. He was cool.
Hunger for More was 2004. Rotten Apple 2006, and Hunger for More 2 was in 2010.
Right.
And that's it. Shit, well, it looks like, wait a minute, I take that back. There's a couple other pieces in here, but I don't know if they're singles. I don't know how he rocked. Yeah, most of them look like singles.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you need those bodies of work. Were you about to say something?
I just wanted to give a shout out to Jersey. Kimmy Coco's in the building on
What
Kimmy
up,
Coco,
Kim?
what up? What up,
Newark
Kimmy?
is in here. What's up, baby? Miss you, girl.
Yeah, son. So I guess we wrapping up on the book, right?
Well, I'm going to let
I
you go
got-
and
I
hit
got
number
another
2
bill.
first.
All right. Tech.
That's so crazy. He waiting on you, though. He's
I'm
waiting on you
him.
to alley-oop.
This portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Got to update this. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at 832-772-7789 or send over an email to advertise@thesphere.tv.
There it is, my G. There it is. So, I'm ready for this album review. You ready for this, man?
Yeah.
I was gonna mention the game, but I don't. That we could have a longer conversation about underrated MCs. 'Cause there's a lot, and game is one of them.
I was wondering if who did I put out there? I agree with the game though, and I'm a fan, right?
Dude's fire.
But I still step out of the box to take a look at it every once in a blue, and I don't know. I mean, he does well record-wise, as far as what he sells. So I guess that's a pretty good gauge as far as his base. And, from my understanding, he tours a lot overseas, too. He gets money over there.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if we really give him his just due and his credit. And I think that we should. And just my opinion, I think most of his dirty laundry is because of how the whole situation with them, with his first album, the documentary.
Right.
But how many more dope albums has he made and stay consistent with? Like, y'all gotta let that shit go, because that other, what was the last one?
Oh, documentary 2.
2, yeah,
and 2.5.
Yo,
bruh, I don't think we were reviewing albums the way we were reviewing albums at that time, or we weren't having the conversations that represented our true, like, how do we distinguish between a top 10 album like that? We didn't have that blueprint yet. But if I could bring that album up today,
I think the thing with Game, everybody knows Game can really rap. Like, that's not even a question.
Mm-hmm.
The guy can rap. I think, and this is coming from someone who really has tried to really just embrace him as one of somebody I want to make a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I think his issue is his replay value of his music. I mean, he bangs in the car, and once you get through an album, how often do most people say, I want to hear that again? Like, unless you're just really into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, and that's no knock on his music, because he does not have one whack album. Every album or project he puts out, my favorite out of all of them, I love Documentary 2, but 1992 is still currently my favorite.
1992 was gangster. That worked out really well, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think he could use, he still has room to improve on his pen game. That's just my personal opinion. I think the Lord Finesse style that he just runs into the ground, the metal, the heavy, every other word is like, or just like this,
Yeah.
We know you can do that well. It's time for you to do something else. Make me rewind. I haven't rewind a Game verse since he did the 300 bars. You know what I mean? But but that's not taken away from the quality of music he puts out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Documentary 2 came out in 2015. That's why I didn't make our 2016 list. And I remember us having a conversation, and we couldn't include it because it came out like at the end of 2015.
I was mad.
That Jesus Piece was fire. Red Album was good. I mean, come on, man. The Game, yeah. But I agree. If I'm into the Game, so I listened to the Documentary 2, obviously my numbers don't lie. Like
you feel
I listened to that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then 2.5, same thing. Like, I dove deep into
Q-Tip
2.5.
laced them too, man.
Oh man, some of those intros and shit with Anderson.Pac. Come on, bro.
Man. That's why I said, like,
Holy
I was
shit.
mad, because that was the time where Dre dropped Compton. He came out with that, and
They were killing.
Kendrick had just released To Pimp a Butterfly. Like,
Killing.
Nigga, I was hot because the West was winning. They
was
wasn't winning.
killing.
They were winning.
Right.
Like, they were winning, dog. It was crazy.
I think Game has gotten to a point for me that I actually anticipate his guest verses on people's albums. Like, when I see featuring Game, I can't wait for the Game verse. I didn't always feel that way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that's where
And
I'm
he's still
at.
winning. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar on that Black Panther album.
Yes, indeed.
that I'm still enjoying.
Like the West is winning right now.
There it is.
Getting
So
really dope music out there.
Facebook Live, y'all ain't winning no more, man. We
Yo,
couldn't.
we
We
still-
couldn't.
we
and
still
shit.
going?
Yeah, I hadn't cut
I
it.
turned my phone on. And
I hadn't cut
everything.
it
I
yet,
thought we
man.
dead at that.
But I appreciate y'all. Peace to everybody out there watching. But hey, keep this in mind. Let's hop back into formalities because that's what we do. We try to bring you that excellence. So to get the rest of the show, you've got to do some things for this. So hop over to sphere.tv/boom bap. We've got options for you to subscribe, folks. You can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeartRadio. Of course, you can get with us on YouTube, and we've got some other platforms coming down the pipe soon, very soon, as in this year. So at the same time, while you're there, give us that constructive criticism. We want to know if we're creating a great show for you. So hit those stars, hit those likes. Let us know how the content is coming across on the screen as well as via the audio. And while you're there, share this shit out. Share with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your lovers, your haters, your side pieces. Share with anybody and everybody so they know where they can find that hip hop, that real, that raw, that real shit that you need. And last but not least, if you love what we're doing, sow a seed. Sow a seed. Go to the sphere.tv/donate. We've got a couple of options for you. You can donate directly on the website, or you can click the Patreon button and do a subscription-based donation where you're going to get exclusive content that's just for our Patreon viewers and donators. So without further ado, we love you, but make sure you subscribe right here at the Sphere. So let's keep this party going.
Yo, I just looked at it, and all I want to know is, you want to hit our goal, or we gonna max out?
We're gonna max out. Well, I mean, we gonna keep it true because we got to show. We got to show.
Yo, album's dope. Go cop that shit.
Yeah,
Real rap. Yeah, I peeped that too. Yeah.
And shit happens because when we get greatness together, shit happens
That's
like
synergy,
this.
man.
So before we dive into our album review, because I don't want to cut it, let's just go ahead and talk to our last sponsor, and this one's gonna be important for a lot of you all, and that revolves around getting your coins right. So this particular portion of the show is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. So did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month. And 39% of adults say they don't have enough in savings. Don't become one of these statistics, folks. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at area code 844-700-4463 or send them an email over to info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask them how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. And I know this to be true because they got my kids straight. And I ain't even got kids yet, folks. But my kids are already good thanks to the Houston Housewives of Finance. Intern, you are not my kid. It's not happening, sir. I'm not claiming that.
You are
But
amazing
Actually,
at this.
you might be
you,
you
man.
might be able
You
to.
are so amazing at this,
Let me
sir.
set no, man.
Nah, man, I'm learning on
Homage
the
to you.
job, bro. You are amazing.
I appreciate it.
I got to give my
man.
brothers their flowers, and brother, you already know. I think you're amazing.
Same to you.
You know what I'm
Thank you,
saying?
man.
Got to give your brother. Listen, 2018. Give people their flowers while they can smell them, man. Give them soup while they sick. You feel me?
That's a
Let's do
bar.
that. Real rap.
Them flowers going fast, man.
Know
Them
what I'm
flowers
saying?
ain't even
Let's
growing
go.
when they was growing
For
before.
real.
So
Yeah.
let's hop into the album review for the day, folks. Our main man Evidence comes back third now. Third solo album given to us in this 2018. And this is just the beginning. So the conversations will start to be had during this first quarter. Yeah. Who's going to end up at that top 10 for that Boom Bap live show? And you know it's coming. So I just put it out there. So every album we review now, for those that are tuned in right now, you're watching this via your Apple TV, think about this shit. What do you want to see for the 2018 Top 10 show? Will it be whether or not from our main man Evidence?
It's really dope.
It's really dope.
Yes,
Folks,
it is.
let's dive into this, man. Let's rock out with one of the best in the game. Love is a funny thing, ain't it, folks?
Man,
Love is a
oh,
funny thing, man. Let's let this ride out just for a little bit. Whew. Intro. Intern, turn it up in the house just one time
Just
in
a
the
little
house.
bit. Just touch it a little
Just
bit.
a little bit.
They say love is a funny thing, but what's funny is the company that money brings.
Man, listen.
Every year my circle's getting smaller. Not been baller, but never had a thin wallet. I got dollars in different forms of currency. I got problems, but they ain't none that worry me.
Huh.
And I ain't saying that I'm worry free. I'm just saying nothing's fucking with me currently. Nothing. Shit, I'm my own.
I live for those current moments.
Come on, man.
Man, listen.
I really do. I when I feel it, I be like, at this moment,
Right now.
right now.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
that moment.
Word up. Maybe not in an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe not after I cut these checks, but right now, can't fuck with me.
It feels good to hear a word being spoken over hip hop, man. Those first three lines was just like, oh, I know. Oh, I know. I'm living this right now. What you just said, man. Like, come on, man. It's nothing like a mature MC.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it, man. There's
And-
nothing like a mature MC.
And you know, that's a really good way to describe Evidence as an artist, because if you listen to his earlier work with
Dilated.
with Dilated,
Dilated.
his voice don't even sound the same anymore.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's really found himself as an artist, and in his sound and his bars,
Yes.
and his topics, you know, and he runs with that, you know. So this is one of those situations where, you know, if you're looking for real hip hop, like, you know, I want that real shit, then you don't get any realer than someone who provides the evidence for you to see what he's saying. B.
Like what you did there, sir.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Like what you did there.
I agree,
I'm telling
man.
you, I'm working
So-
over it.
I feel like this is an ode to nostalgia. Like, we're getting true hip hop, we're getting bars, we're getting production choices. Obviously, most of this is done by Alchemist and Evidence himself.
Yeah.
But you're getting production and hip hop in a packaged way that is so reminiscent of the 90s.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, yeah,
and
definitely.
it's appreciative. He said this might be the last in this weather series, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
third one in it. But this makes you want more.
Right.
You know, and I think that's what hip hop should be. It should gravitate to you in a way that to speak on the artist from earlier, it gives you the hunger for more.
This project and all of his other projects, but specifically this one, is the evidence of a lot of the things that we talk about when we talk about the potential of MCs.
Yeah.
Because there's something about like young MCs who have a strong voice or are catchy or witty or sharp with the lyrics. We always say, as you know, people who have been raised in this thing, when he gets older and he lives life a little more, his bars are going to be so far superior to where they are now. Not that they're bad, but to see somebody who is already witty and talented on the microphone to live life and then have that pen to talk about the experience.
I see what you're saying.
It just he kind of speaks to that. I mean, like you stated on his subject matter, he talks about some really, really deep stuff
Yeah.
that he didn't touch on before. And the way he put it out there, and he's already exquisite with the pen. I mean, it's just amazing, man. It's amazing to see.
You know, there was a huge gap of time between his albums, you know, and what I really appreciated was I read an article. Shout out to Hip Hop DX. They had a really long article on him. It's part 1 and part 2. They're interviewing him, and you know, he was just talking about taking his time and writing and just going in and working and not being able to churn this out quickly. You know,
Right.
he said, you know, in one of his singles, he mentions how he doesn't have a son, but he's fathered this verse, right? And now he has a son, but he
Right.
left the song in place because it was like it fit at the time, and
Right.
I'm leaving it. That's how much time he put into it. So I really appreciate that from him. And then, you know, the production that he has on here from Alchemist is really dope. And it was funny because, you know, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. We was talking about how Swizz had battled Just Blaze and how he battled
Right.
Timbaland. And I was like, you know what, man? I would really like to see Alchemist go for DJ Premier's neck.
Oh,
I really would, yo. I really, I'm gonna put that in the world. I'm gonna probably tweet it out there tonight. I would love to see Alchemist and DJ Premier go head to head. And if not him and Primo, then him and Static Select.
You know what's funny? Like that.
Whoa.
that
I want
could
somebody to get Primo's head.
Do you know that could be a tour? Like, you know, we obviously we could see it on Instagram or something like that, but imagine Static, Primo, and Alchemist doing a tour and they're battling each other through sets. You would fucking sell places out just to come and rock with them cats.
For real. Like worldwide. On top of that,
Real
like,
shit.
They could be in Berlin packing the building.
Shit.
or
Yeah.
maybe we got to throw. I would throw Hav in there. Havoc in the mix.
You know, Havoc and Alchemist, when they did their project together, I was real excited for it. We reviewed it.
Partners in
and
Crime?
Yeah.
No. Partners and something.
Partners or something.
Something like that.
Or something partners.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Yeah.
Alchemist and Primo sounds delicious.
Yeah. But I don't want to take anything from evidence, though. We getting into
Okay,
the
but
joint,
yeah,
10,000,
no
what was
doubt.
it,
Yeah, we did
10,000
that.
pounds?
Yeah, we're rocking 10,000 right now.
Right. So, yeah, 10,000.
But
It
you know
wasn't
what?
pounds or
Speaking of
anything like that.
producers on the project that would be good for battling, he has a producer that I think would be dope for somebody to try to get at. He has a song with Knots.
Yo!
And that's-
we want to talk most underrated tonight.
We doing that. We
One of
there.
the most underrated hip hop producers that bangs out every single time. Yo,
And the-
like, and then the crazy thing is, by now I feel like I should be able to identify his sound when I hear it, and I can't.
Like-
and that's what makes him amazing, yo. He's been in the game for years. He's produced for Snoop Dogg, and he produced for just so many different people. But the last thing I heard him on was a Snoop Dogg record, and I didn't realize it until I checked the credit. I was like, damn, this shit is crazy.
Knots, that Jim Dean joint on this Whether or Not project, produced by Knots. Watch how your next go when this drops.
let's let it rock out then.
Here to save the day and steal the game.
Every
Stay
time.
the crime if you don't get caught. I know names who moving the same. We staying out the way. We get away with a lot. My quiet thoughts at night can turn rowdy. Light bulbs and bright ideas can turn cloudy. Big dreams even if they doubt them. I never wasn't sure if I wasn't sure about them. This is not your thing, this is ours. Gangsters got this thing about flowers. Rappers got this thing about power. Bitter and sour.
I mean, it's like
Gossip at the top of every
it's like you
hour.
just
Y'all next not hurting?
you have to
Y'all
know what
next
to
not
expect.
hurting right
Just
now?
serious boom bap, yo.
What's that
like
boom bap?
official.
This is that
Like
boom
that's
bap.
that. Drop my windows down, sunroof back.
Man, listen,
Yeah,
we
man.
talked about the album we will be reviewing today, earlier this week. So, of course, I did my knowledge. I'd already had the album. I had just kind of skimmed through it. So I sat with it from front to back. And, I rode in to work. And by the time I got to my desk and sat down, this song was playing. And people around me were like, what is wrong with you? And I'm just
Yeah.
I'm losing it, man. I love this joint. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's that classic boom.
Wait,
bap.
this was our track of the week, if I'm not mistaken.
Did we choose
Hell
Jim?
yeah, this was
Jim
our track
Dean?
of the week.
Like 3 weeks ago, I
In
think.
January.
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago.
this has been a moment coming for this album.
Yep.
Like
Man,
when he
listen.
dropped, like you said, this joint here with Jim Dean.
Yep.
And then he dropped.
He dropped
Throw It All Away.
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
10,000 Hours was the last one to drop off of that.
Yeah.
Shout to Knots for this banger and for all the other bangers
Yep.
you've produced, sir.
Word
Thank
up.
you very much.
Fire, nothing but fire. And it's so funny how like some of these shows, our shows kind of get us ready for the next one, because I was gonna mention from who we were talking. Damn, I just lost it from who we were talking about. That I said I was listening to Nipsey Hussle's
Nipsey.
with the track he has for the track of the week for next week. But now I'm like, damn, we probably gonna review the album. So I don't know if I should do the track of the week for it, because people are really feeling it now.
Nah,
So
well,
see.
we still gotta get the Black Panther. Be
Victory
we
lap.
gotta talk on that.
Yeah, of course. You're right.
But shifting gears back to my guy, shout out to John Wayne. I listened to his album. What was it called? The album number 2. I think it's called Album Number 2 by
Okay.
John Wayne.
Okay.
Shit is dope, man. He writes, he produces,
Okay.
and he's on to make a long story longer.
Oh, that's a
and
great
when
song.
you were saying earlier at the top of the other review about it having that nostalgic feel,
Yeah.
you can't get more 90s as far as a sound than track 14, to make a long story
Yeah, that's
longer.
an amazing song.
You know what I'm saying, with the xylophone sounds all up in it.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? The groove is there.
Yes.
And you know, they just spitting. But what I liked about John Wayne though is he sounds the same way he does on his own album. Like, it's not like he's trying to match wits or motherfucker be trying to body you in your own shit.
Yeah.
And that's not what you get. So the funny thing is, even though this is produced by
Sam I Am.
Sam I Am.
Yeah.
Sam I Am. It actually had a feel to me like an old Primo Gangstar kind of a feel.
Before I listened to the album and looked at the track list, I thought this was the Primo joint.
Yeah?
Real rap. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you got, beats by Alchemist and Evidence himself, like, I don't want to shortchange him. The shit that he's done is dope. But he got Primo on there, got Alchemist on there. As far as like other MCs, he got a joint with Rhapsody,
Yeah. That's what we're opening
Styles
over.
P, Mac Hami, who's been really setting it off on the underground lately. Like, dude is dope. He's definitely making his rounds. Kron Don, Defari, who's like a fucking legend in LA. I mean, DJ Babu, that's his right hand man anyway. So he blessed him. The album is fucking super tight.
It's
man.
solid.
It's one of the reasons why I'm saying it's clear as day. This album is one of the reasons why the West is winning right now. So if you don't listen to it, something's wrong.
Yeah, real
This
rap.
is one of the reasons why.
I was very happy to hear Defari on the mic again. Like you stated,
Yeah.
legend
Yeah.
with the Alcoholics, the Liquid Crew.
Word.
And I was also very happy to hear Krondon. Shout out to Krondon for your role on Black Lightning, brother. I see you out there doing work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I can't say enough about it. I'm enjoying playing it again and over again.
Yep. And I let it rock out, man. No complaints. We got that long stretch of road from the crib back into the city. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So
Absolutely.
I know how you be riding out the same way I be riding
Real
out.
rap. You already know.
man. So,
Yeah,
a
for
lot
sure.
of the times where I make it to home base, I've gotten through an album.
Exactly.
So this is definitely, within my 5-day rotation. Playing in Asia is there. I came across a kid named Reggie Snow, Rejjie Snow. Kid is crazy. He's really dope, man. He's more kind of riding that R&B rapper lane, but how he do it is fly as fuck. And the kid is from Ireland. Like, he's a brother from Ireland. I've never met a brother from
Got
Ireland.
brothers in Ireland?
I never knew they had brothers in Ireland. Shout out to Ireland, because I think we do have a presence there. So shout out to all
Shout
of
out
y'all.
to Ireland,
And
man.
you know what, man? Hit me on Twitter at Ream Boom Bap and just be like, yo, salute Ireland, hashtag Ireland. Word up. When you hear this, just hit me up at Ream Boom Bap, hashtag Ireland.
That's what it is.
Word up, man. And then on IG, I'm NYKAY79. Keep up with me there. I'm listening to y'all, man. I'm getting a lot of whack shit, so I need the people with real raw talent, step up. Shout out to Love Jones, man. He's out of either Washington State or Portland or somewhere over there.
Okay.
And he is fire. Like, he is really, really dope.
Keep putting me on, son. I need to get this.
It's LUV Jones with a Z, man. He is dope as fuck. He got a new beat tape out that just came out in like late January.
Okay.
It's really dope, man. He is really dope. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna holler at the kid.
I'm just trying to understand how it's the second. It's not even through the first quarter of 2018. And I can already see the problems you guys are going to have in December when we get ready to do this end of the year
It's
review.
gonna be crazy.
I can already see it.
It's gonna be
man.
crazy.
This is reminiscent of what 2016 was for That Boom Bap.
Yeah.
Yo,
That
have
was
you
such-
even started living with Skyzoo yet? Yo, real talk. If we could date this shit today, as of right now, it's over my head. Like,
I have he is forcing me to alter my top 5 list.
Wow.
It's very difficult for me to find a whack. It's very difficult for me to find a mediocre Skyzoo album. And when I start to think how he chooses production, when I start to think of how he delivers his content, when I start to think of the mechanics of what he's saying, he's starting to make me want to alter my list.
I get that because he's so technically sound.
But
Whereas-
for real, we have an issue right now just doing the album reviews, and we're in the second month of the first quarter.
Come on.
What a wonderful problem to have.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What a wonderful problem to have with all this whack shit these other motherfuckers is playing.
Word.
And we got all this real shit right here,
It's,
man.
it's happening at the same time.
Real rap.
It's
Yeah.
two universes coexisting together. Which way are you gonna turn?
That's funny as shit, man. Too funny.
Yeah,
Too
man.
funny.
This Weatherman album is very, very thorough. I was very pleased with it. I didn't expect nothing less from Evidence. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Dilated Peoples fan.
Yeah,
so,
me too.
I like that he doesn't go too far away. You know, he has a song with Rocka. You know, Rocka Ira Sirens.
Yes,
I gotta
yes.
have them back and forth. So this is really a good setup for the next Dilated album. I hope that's the next project. I'd love to see the three of them back together.
We shall see.
Real rap.
We shall see. Good folks, for those tuning in right now, you listeners, let us know what you think. Is this an album you want to put your hands on? Does this album deserve to make it to the top 10 for 2018? Well, yes, we're talking about that shit in February. So hit us up. Shoot us an email, boombap@thesphere.tv. Of course, across all social media platforms at the Sphere TV. Use our coveted hashtag, That Boom Bap, because we want to know what you think about Evidence,
Word up.
whether or not.
Word up.
Mr. Goodbar.
Yes, sir.
My G, brother. We truly, truly, truly appreciate you blessing this table,
My
man.
man.
And make sure
anytime.
you do the drop as you do.
Oh, I got the opening drop or the close drop?
The close drop.
The close drop?
Because we got to make sure that that they know where to find you. But the close drop, because we closing out, so we got to be the close
I got
drop.
you. Okay. I'm trying to get back in that mode. You know, I
I
gotta
feel-
switch the
yeah,
gears.
it is.
Yeah. So, I'm Mr. Goodbar. I'm honored to be in the presence of my brothers, my family, excellence. You know what I'm saying? You can always catch me on Twitter at The Good Remedy. The Good Remedy. You can also, if you're in Houston, every second Friday, catch myself, DJ Burb, DJ Nimbus, Paid in Full Friday, classic underground hip hop all night long. We don't play no games. We are 11 years strong in this. The longest running hip hop party in the city of Houston.
Real
I'm going to
talk.
tap this mic and let y'all know I said it right here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody messing with Paid in Full, but we love everybody. So please come out if you're in the city. Also, you can please follow the Paid in Full Friday Instagram, Paid in Full Friday. You know, spelled like it sounds. Come see what you're missing. And you can always catch me every Saturday, 6 to 8 p.m., KPFT 90.1 FM and HD3. Tune into The Remedy for that neo soul, that classic, that good R&B music. You know, I do both. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting ready for my show tomorrow. And do remember that my name is Mr. Goodbar, and I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? So, for real.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Ring, you gonna give it to the people again or no? You good?
Nah,
They already got your shit.
I'm good, man.
You good. All right. Well, fuck.
If they ain't catch it then, they listen slow.
Damn. Give it to them, folks. All right, so for those that need to reach out to me, like we always say, man, hit me up straight up at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z across all your favorite platforms. We're going to include some stuff. You can hit me on SoundCloud. I'm listening there. I might crank up some kick. Who knows? You can follow me, definitely Pornhub.com. And, of course, Ashley Madison. Make sure y'all get at me. Yeah, I did say that. I did. You like that shit? Yeah. I put that shit in there for both of them.
Yes, sir.
Don't give a damn about no breach.
I was going to let it go.
You gonna let it go?
I was going to let it go.
Nah, I'm fucking with y'all. But look, man, once again, like we always tell you all, rap minus lies equals hip hop, folks. And that's that boom bap. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.